Hello, Taurus. This is your general reading for 2019. I'm using the Gilded Tarot, and this is just a snapshot, really, of what the year's energies could be like for you. It is a general reading. I would suggest you look at your other signs as well. To get greater understanding, and I have a card for each of the 12 months, so one card for each of the months, which we'll look at. I'm also going to be pulling one of these cards, which is the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle, just for a beautiful overview message at the end. So, Taurus, let's have a look at what's happening for you. Now, the beginning of the year, we've got the Five of Swords, and this is about winning the battle, but really there's never any winners. All the people on the ground, they've been overcome. But you're looking very battle weary as well. And swords is about thoughts, it's about communication, it's about ideas, it's about perceptions. And because we've got the blue here as well, it really is about the truth of who you are. And I feel that you've really been defending that in the months leading up to January 2019, even just in December 2018. I just really feel that you've been trying to defend this truth of who you are at any cost, but it's exhausting. It's exhausting, and there's no winners, and really they're telling me that your truth is your truth, and it doesn't have to be right at the expense of others. Because we all have our own truth and we are all right. So I think as you go into January, you'll be a little bit weary from the battle, and I feel that you'll start feeling this light within you, actually, which is interesting because we've got this beautiful blessing from the universe coming in February. So I think in January it's really going to be just becoming quiet with yourself, knowing that you're right, knowing that everybody else is right, and that you don't have to fight for your truth. You just need to be your truth. And when you are your truth, this light from within is going to turn into this beautiful gift from the universe in February with the Ace of Swords. This is the beginning of something new, a new fire within, a new passion, a new idea for work, a new job. It really is a beautiful card, and it really denotes the end of the battle for you, and really movement forward into what you absolutely love doing, rather than in that old energy of trying to defend your truth against that of others. So it's really interesting, and I think it's important for you, Taurus, in January to really have a look at where you have been fighting to express your truth. And, perhaps the battle is within. Perhaps the battle's within you. So really take a look at that in January. Try to break free from that, and just understand that if you do have fears coming up that are saying you can't be who you truly are, then that's some old karmic or societal beliefs that you can actually, even if you write them down and just let them go, because they're not really worth the battle. Your truth is worth fighting for. However, trying to fight for it by fighting the external is not going to give you that feeling of victory. It's an internal battle, and I feel you can overcome that in January, and you can really start being and standing in your truth. And then February, something really great's going to come in, a new idea, something new with your work, passions, business, and this is the start of something new for you. I feel it'll have something to do with you standing in your truth more. So February, I think, will be quite a calm, nice month for you. And then in March, we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And I just want to pull up April as well here, because April we've got the Knight of Pentacles. This is the only knight that doesn't go anywhere, and it's really about grounding. It's really about finding some new security. And I think, Taurus, you're an earth sign, so you kind of need that grounding and that security. I kind of feel that in March, because you're starting some new things, you may just not feel as if anything's moving for you, right? That movement forward might kind of just slow down a little bit. I'm not seeing this as anything bad. I'm seeing this, actually, March and April, as a time to not stop moving, but to really, focus on those foundations and getting grounded, moving forward. And that will really put you in good stead for the rest of the year. So March, something might just feel like, you're kind of here in February, right? With something new, eager to get started, and then it doesn't kind of go as fast as you would wish in March. But don't despair. And really in March and April, it's just about, getting those foundations again, getting grounded, getting ready to move forward, and really getting into that energy of safety and security that really is one of your innate qualities. So then in May, we've got May and June, we've got 2 page cards here. These are about learning new things. So in May, this could also indicate an air sign coming in for you, someone younger than you, or someone who's going to show you a new perception. Once again, here we are with the truths. So this could be also something that you're learning, a new way of communicating or expressing this truth about yourself in a way that is, going to move you forward. So because it's a general reading, I can't really hone in on one specific message, but typically this card would either be a younger air sign coming in, you learning something new about how to communicate, how to really speak your truth, really standing in that perception, those new perceptions, and it's, once again, learning something new. It's the start of you becoming more of an expert. And then in June, we've got the Page of Pentacles, which is learning, once again, a couple of different messages here depending on your situation. But this could be a younger earth sign coming in for you as well, either romantically or as a mentor to kind of help you move to the next step financially. It could be you learning something new about money. So, perhaps with all the activity at the beginning of the year here, you've started something new, and you really want to learn how to become even more secure than you are now. So, or build that security and safety net. Pentacles is about all of the physical things, money, your finances, your home, your health, and it's really about getting all of that in order and feeling stable and safe in life. So I feel this will actually be a younger person coming in. It's either going to be an earth sign romantic partner, or it's going to be a mentor who's really going to help you move forward to the next step in June and really show you some new ways of feeling security. And then in July, we're just having a little bit of a review here on how you feel about things and your blessings. And Do you know, this also is very closely related to this, because if you really are starting, to feel more secure and looking at new ways to find that security in life, it's important to look at all the blessings that you have, and all the ways that you're already feeling fulfilled. And I just have been prompted to say that feelings are just as important as plans. And when we plan our foundations and plan our safety and our security and our finances, there has to be feelings behind it. Because otherwise you can get where you're going and have the money, have the security, and have the home and everything that you want, but you can still feel empty. So maybe in July it's good energies for you to really take stock of how do you want to feel in all areas of your life, and really look at all the blessings that you have, and how those feelings relate to all of the goals that you're setting. And if you can really get that quite strong, the feeling behind all of your goals and actions, then this card here for August, which is really about being trapped by your thoughts, may become just a little bit less for you. The Nine of Swords, it does indicate the end of a cycle where you're overthinking, and you start to really look into that inner vision that you have, that inner wisdom, rather than trying to logic out of everything. You really look at that, as I said before, in July, it's the feelings underneath everything. So I feel in August, something's going to shift for you, and you will be less inclined to overthink things. You'll be more inclined to feel. And, you're always getting inspiration, always getting ideas, always getting messages from Spirit, and I feel that you'll be more open to them in August. And I love the new moon here. It's really, really about making some new intentions for yourself moving forward in August, and ending that cycle of being trapped in your thoughts, really tuning into your inner vision. Now we've got September and the Seven of Swords in reverse, which is lovely, because this is typically about betrayal or theft, or just not trusting your thoughts or other people's thoughts or behaviours. But in reverse, I feel that you're I feel that you're going to show up in a trusting manner in September, and it's because of all this other work that you've done beforehand. You've got a plan moving forward financially. You're in your truth. You've got a plan moving forward. You know how you want to feel, and you're not feeling like you're in a prison trapped in thoughts anymore. So in September, I feel you're really trusting life. You're trusting yourself. You're trusting life. You're trusting others. Because first and foremost, you do trust yourself, and you know where you're going, and you're standing in your truth without having to defend that truth. That's the biggest thing. You're starting at the beginning of the year really feeling exhausted from trying to defend your truth. But by September, you're not defending your truth anymore. You are your truth, and you trust that. And because of that, you can just trust a lot more, trust life, and not have to feel like you're in defense mode. And once again, swords are about thoughts, and I feel that you will turn a bit of a corner there, and not be totally ruled by your thoughts by the towards the end of the year there in September. So then in October, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Now this is typical of hard work, really honing your craft. The first thing I'm seeing here is the hearts, and I really feel that you're going to be doing something absolutely that you're just so in love with, I say, but really in tune with and absolutely love doing, and it's not going to feel like hard work for you. You're really crafting a new security for yourself, and this all started back up here in February. So, by October, you really are working hard on that. You're clear about where you're going. Once again, here we've got the 3 candles here that we've got here. And, you're really clear on where you're going. You're listening to inspiration. You're very tuned in to your intuition. You're in your truth, and you're also very grounded. October, I feel, is going to be a really, and green here for the heart, really heart-based month for you. You're going to be really in your passion, doing what you love and building more security for yourself and feeling great about it. So I just feel a lot of peace here for you in October. Yeah. And look, for some of you, because I'm seeing the hearts there, for some of you, if these are new people coming in a romantic way here mid-year, then this could also mean putting the foundation stones down for a stronger, more permanent relationship. So, yeah, maybe even like building a home, or joining homes together. Yeah, so that's October. And then November, you're going to just be called to see things from a different point of view. And if this is about relationships here and starting something new and maybe moving in with someone, or getting better foundations in the relationship that you're currently in, it will require you to look from a different point of view, because, as we learnt at the beginning of the year, everybody is right. And you're not going to get in battle again to defend your truth, because you're already being your truth, so you don't need to defend it. However, it's really about looking the other way, and just trying to see things from a different point of view, because that will allow you to step out of any defense or automatic kind of mode that you go into, and it will really help you really stay grounded and in your heart space. So, November will just really be about you finding a new perspective on whatever it is in your life that is not flowing for you. And then in December, we've got the Page of Wands, which is learning something new. It could also indicate a younger fire sign. So we've got Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries are fire signs. So it could indicate a younger fire sign coming in to either mentor you or show you something new about your work or your business or your career or whatever it is you love doing, your passion. And it could actually even just be you learning something new. Maybe you'll go back and start studying something. There's actually a lot of study here this year for you, isn't there? Which is, it's got the potential to study about your career, really study about having better foundations and finances, and really learning something new about communication, about perspective, about writing, speaking, anything to do with communication or thought. So and you know what, Taurus, you love learning. So, I feel that 2019 is going to be quite an enlightening year for you, but it's going to really bring you a lot more deeply into your truth. And that in turn is going to bring you a lot more security and feeling of safety showing up in the world. So that will actually be really good for you. Now, let's just see what card we've got here from the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle, just to give us an overall message for 2019. Right. These don't normally fly out. Oh, she says they don't normally fly out. Now, isn't this interesting? I've had this card has flown out, seriously, and these cards don't fly out. This card has flown out for you're the third sign. Interesting. So the message here is keeping it simple. Your mind may convince you that manifesting your destiny is more difficult or complex than it needs to be. Yet, the guidance of the Divine Mother is to keep things simple. Do what you can do, let go of everything else. Really is about keeping it simple for you, Taurus, and the simplicity is in your truth. The simplicity is in your truth and in your perspective of your truth, and then in the perspective and compassion for everybody else to also be in their truth. And, you know, learning a new way to feel grounded and to feel secure showing up in life, and really having the feelings behind it. I think that's so important. When you have the feelings behind what you're doing and you have that conviction, you are then willing to see things from another point of view, because you know you're really passionate about where you're going and how you want to feel. And then if any hurdles or stumbling blocks come up, you're willing to look at a new perspective rather than get back in this this battle of perspective, right? So I think for you, definitely 2019, keeping it simple, and firstly, really standing in your truth, and just being that, not having to defend it anymore. So Taurus, I hope you have a fabulous 2019. As I said, this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with all of you. If you would like a more personal view of the year for your energy, all the details are below. I do these readings for personal readings. So the link to have one of those done for yourself is in the description box, and I would love to help you in that way. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I will see you next time. Bye.